ENT 110 students, how are you? Catherine Robertson here. It is not in the, what week are we in? Fifth week. We are in the fifth week. So this week, as most of you know, there is a carryover from week 4. And so weeks 4 and 5 are together. And in weeks 4 and 5, there are two separate areas from the textbook that we are looking at. We are looking at creating a mission and a vision, and we are also looking at, which is chapter 7, we are also looking at chapter 6, which is, some of the ideas and getting ideas, where to find opportunities, right, and needs and things like that. So hopefully you are doing okay with chapter 6. And some of you have already turned in chapter 6 and 7. There's also a discussion this week. Before I review a little bit about chapter 7, I wanted to talk about the discussion. If you run into any type of issues with the discussion, remember you have to interview one way or another. You could even send an email to someone of interest, right, with some questions, and they could email you back. It doesn't have to be a live interview per se. It could be a question and answer situation for your person, and really I just want you to get get familiar with, what entrepreneurs go through on a regular basis, right? And what it took to get them off the ground. And so that's what I'm looking for. And then I'm going to have that, you're sharing that with the class so we can all see like real entrepreneurs and what they did, right, to accomplish success, within their chosen industry. So that is the discussion, which you already are aware of. If you were running into issues, please, please, please reach out to me. So chapter 6 was talking about finding opportunity. Chapter 7, it starts to talk about telling your entrepreneurial story and pitching your idea. And so telling the entrepreneurial story is a little bit about, it goes along with the discussion. So chapter 7 goes along with the discussion in the sense that, you have, though each of the entrepreneurs that you interview, they have a story, and you're going to, elicit truths, experiences from that story, and then kind of piece that story together for us, the rest of the class, through some questions that you ask them. The questions, some of which being the questions that I gave you to ask them, to kind of probe them and find out, what things did they encounter, what challenges did they encounter, and then how did they overcome those challenges. All right, so chapter 7, if you're looking, the text has 5 sections. Figuring out a mission and a vision, sharing your entrepreneurial story, developing pitches for different audiences, protecting your idea, and 7.5, reality check, contests and competitions. All right, so thinking about chapter 1, section 1 of chapter 7, really kind of honing in on what a vision and a mission is, right? And noticing the difference that the vision statement is broader than the mission statement, and that the mission statement really looks to the future. So the example given in the PowerPoint and also the text is Amazon's vision and mission. So Amazon's vision, right, is to be Earth's most customer-centric company, where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online. That's a pretty broad statement there, right? However, the vision statement is broader. And the mission statement is more dialed in. This is the mission. We strive to offer our customers the lowest possible prices, the best available selection, and the utmost convenience. So it's more dialed in and more tactical than strategic and theoretical. The mission versus the vision. So be thinking about, for the homework, be thinking about vision versus mission when you're looking through the PowerPoint. And, look at their example vision statements from different companies, right? It's very important that when you're thinking about what company you might want to do, or what company you might want to start, right, what you want to do, be thinking about that broad vision, the strategic phrasing, right? And then also think about a more dialed in tactical mission statement. Okay, so in the example 7.2, we start to see then a mission, vision, and a set of values by Coca-Cola. So this chapter really gives you some examples. So when you're thinking about your own entrepreneurial story and you're thinking about your own ideas, starting to cultivate, it doesn't have to be this idea that you're actually going to turn into anything, right? So don't make it overly difficult. Come up with something that is in your everyday life. And that's what you're going to hone for this course, right? And come up with an outline toward the end for a business plan. Now, if you already have a small business, right, you can be working on those ideas so you can come up with a better outline for your business plan, the business plan you're going to use with your current business. So that's what you can work on your current business model. Or if you're thinking about starting a new business and you're already kind of in the works, this is a great opportunity for you to apply that new business to all the things that we are doing. All right, let's see. Using Coca-Cola, then we're going to look at creating SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, timely. And making sure that what those goals are. Again, there's some examples here. The SMART goals for social activism, for example, state the specific issue you want to address, who you want to address it, and what you want them to do. That's the first part. Second part, state several ways you might measure the success of your protest, right? So thinking about those types of things for social activism, right? So thinking about the SMART goals, thinking about specific, measurable, what might you want to do? And then third, achievable. Figure out, like, who do we want to target, for example, for the social activism, right? And so thinking about measurable and then achievable. Then think about relevant. How the specific action you take is relevant to the cause at hand, right? And then finally, timely. Are we going to do this soon, right? Is it something we're going to do and fix things sooner rather than later, if that is what our efforts are toward? What else do I want you to glean out of 7? Make sure that you're reading through each of these chapters, though, and kind of highlighting the things that are important to you, that are going to be important to you as you move forward in any entrepreneurial journey you might be embarking upon, and also important to you for the development of your business plan outline. Okay, let's see. So 7 really goes into a lot of example giving. There's some examples of pitch scenarios, how long, right? Elevator pitch. You may have that, right? Especially if you're trying to like get people in the know with whatever your new entrepreneurial idea is, right? Even before you actually get it up and running, you may want to start to kind of market, send some PR out there, right? So 2 to 5 minutes would be an elevator pitch. Friends and family, when you're really trying to kind of rope them in, you're going to need something a little bit longer and more detailed. And so thinking about different types of pitches, so audience, friends and family, elevator pitch. Early investors, you're going to have a pretty big, very detailed pitch. Employees, things you might want to pitch to individuals whom you might like to have as employees. Trade groups and associations, possibly at trade shows. And then grant-making agencies, if those were something that you might be pitching to, what would you be pitching to them, right? Different than what you would pitch to family and friends. Figure 7.6 looks at the key elements of a pitch to include identifying the need, the market opportunity, and innovative solution, how the venture will be managed, what funding is needed, and how risks will be mitigated. So these things really are the crux of your business plan, right? Even though they're the key elements of the pitch, they're also the key elements of your business plan outline. And so 7.6 is actually quite powerful. All right. What else do I think? More examples of vision and mission, table 7.4. Really, that's what, the goal is of chapter 7 is to get you familiar with those, the vision and mission. I also have a short video link there for you regarding creating a vision and a mission. All right, well, I hope you're having a wonderful week and you are having good luck with your discussion post and contacting the individual that you wish to contact and they got back to you. Sometimes it can be tricky, right? They're busy, they're entrepreneurs. Well, have a wonderful week, and I will circle back around later in the week and make sure everybody is doing okay with the homework, which is due at the end of this week from weeks 4 and week 5. Thanks.